want to introduce you to Holly Subervi. Holly Subervi. She's an executive brand and communications leader with 15 plus years of experience helping organizations and senior leaders lead from within, communicating with clarity, credibility, and impact. She had led enterprise brand transformation and executive visibility programs across professional services, consulting, SaaS, and regulated B2B environments. In addition to her corporate leadership work, Holly leads a thought leadership platform called From Within. It's focused on authentic communication, leadership storytelling, and executive presence. Visit her website, which we had in the newsletter, for more information on her speaking topics and one-on-one and group coaching sessions. I will turn it over to Holly for finding the beauty in the in-between.
Started, I just want everyone to join me. Can we take one big breath together? On the count of 3. 1. You got ahead of me there. 1, 2, 3. Let's do that one more time. I want to hear it louder. Let's let that last sigh out really loud, okay? 1, 2, 3. Doesn't that feel awesome? I love starting my day that way. Well, the reason I did that is because this session is a little different, and we are not here to fix anything. We're not here to figure out the job search. What we are here to do today is really create space, reflect, and choose intentionally. Because there's actually a lot of power in zooming out to gain clarity, and then zooming back into your job search with presence, and to go along that journey as you go. So today what we're doing is we're actually pausing and taking a breath. So I want to start by naming something really important, and that is that everyone in this room is in a different place. Yes, physically we are here in the same room, right? But we are all in a different place. So with a show of hands, how many of you are brand new to the job search? Okay. How many of you have been searching for a few months? Okay. How many of you have been searching for more than you want to admit? Okay. And how many of you are actually in a phase where you're kind of pivoting, pausing, rethinking things? Okay, awesome. So as you can see, we really have a mix of journeys here. And it's so important to recognize that, because some of you may be coming into this space energized and enthusiastic and hopeful. And others, if you've been at it longer, you might be burnt out and tired. Or you might be feeling financial strain or fear or uncertainty. And what I want to say is that all of that belongs here. Because the truth is, there's no single way to do the job search journey right. And there's no timeline, because all of our journeys are different. And most importantly, I think everyone needs to hear this. There's no such thing as being behind. It is so easy to get caught up in comparison. But I want you to turn to your neighbor right now and look at them and say, you are not behind. You are not What are you not behind? All right, guys. All right. So the reason I want to say that is because this is actually a really powerful phase where you can embrace growth. And if we let go of comparison, there's so much beauty in that, which is why I called it Finding the Beauty in the In-Between. Is my mic not on?
Is that better? Can you guys hear me?
It's more for the recording.
Oh, it's for the recording. Okay. All right. Well, I call this season the in-between because it is, let's call it a space between certainty and what hasn't fully formed yet, right? It's that idea of certainty and maybe possibility. There's so much to be found here. But we're often really told to treat this like a problem to solve, something we have to rush to, right? Get that next job, hurry, hurry, hurry. Something you have to rush through as quickly as possible. But what I wanted to do today is kind of flip the switch on that and say, what if the in-between isn't about failure? What if this is actually a space that deserves intention instead of urgency? What if we focus in on this and we zoom into this? And what if the in-between is actually doing something for us and not taking something away? And so I wanted to share a little bit about my story. I found myself in the in-between at a time where everything looked really good on paper. I had had 2 back-to-back promotions. I had risen to a senior level of leadership in my company, and 2 weeks before the company restructuring, I was the one presenting to our CEO about our PR strategy. So, needless to say, this was a shock. It was a shock to my nervous system. There was a lot of uncertainty there, and it really came out of the blue. And so my instinct was familiar. It was rush, get another job, fill that space, get back to certainty, make sure your family is okay, and stay productive. And that is because if you have been there, we're taught to kind of equate movement with safety. We're taught to keep moving, keep rushing, keep doing that, and that's how we feel safe. But luckily, early in that season, I had a friend who looked me straight in the eyes. And she said, "Holly, you are the busiest unemployed person I have ever met. I hope you don't burn out from this." And I gotta tell you guys, that hit me like a ton of bricks. It was the realization I didn't know I was so tired from this until someone named it for me. And that changed everything, because honestly, maybe like many of you, I'm good at pushing through. I consider myself resilient. I'm great at saying, I can do that, I can function. I suspect that's like a lot of you, right? You're getting that message over and over again. Keep moving, keep being productive. But for me, it was actually a blessing in disguise. Because what it did is it changed the way that I moved through the season. You can change to the next slide. And what it brought is all these amazing gifts. So for me, it really changed the way that I operate in this season, and it helped me slow down enough to practice mindfulness over momentum. It also helped me program my days to where I was looking for joy. I was looking for things to be grateful for without having it all figured out. And actually, if you see that thing that says good things keep happening, I keep a little index card, and I encourage you guys to do it too, that says good things keep happening to me. And I spend my day looking for those little happiness moments that I can capture. And so it's a constant reminder, even on those days, which we've all had them. Who can relate to those days where you feel like you've made all this momentum and then you slide down the mountain? Yes. Those are really hard days. But I use that as a tool to really help program my mind to always look for the good, so that one thing doesn't derail me and it keeps me going. And the other thing that really came from this time is I started to choose community very intentionally, because we should not have to carry this alone. And community led me to so much growth and so many great friends. Some of them are in the room today. And at the same time, it also helped me enter into new spaces that I would have never gone into. Had I been working my 9 to 5, slowly burning out, I wouldn't have even had the space to enter new places, right? So often we get stuck, not yet. So often we get stuck in that day to day. And what this revealed to me is new places I would have never explored. And also it helped me revitalize parts of myself that I had put on the back burner for so long. Right? I was focused on the next promotion. I was focused on climbing the corporate ladder. And I put these things on the back burner. There's never time to start my side hustle. There's never time to do that project I really care about. And what happened is in that time, I started to rediscover those. I found my creativity. I started to reflect. I found presence. And most of all, I found self-care. And I started giving myself self-compassion for this journey because it's not easy. And slowly, with all those little steps, going slower, not faster, clarity started to emerge. And what was really interesting and surprising is it wasn't clarity about what I want to do next, as in, this is the next job I want to have. It was actually clarity about who I wanted to be as I did it, and how I wanted to show up in the world. And the reason I share that is because it's so powerful to take that step, take that breath to really discover more than just the next title or more than the next job. There's so much more you can give. So I wanted to share a few of those highlights. So one of those highlights was I volunteered for the National Conference of Women here in Austin. And the day of the event, I found out that I was going to get to see Mel Robbins, one of my idols, live for free. And that lit a fire in me. I also got to go to my very first TED Talk. I discovered that, you know what, public speaking is an avenue that I've been passionate about, but I had never explored. So I joined the National Speakers Association, and there was an opportunity to run the table at the TED Talk. And at that TED Talk, I met all these amazing speakers, and that lit a fire in me that I want to do a TED Talk, and that I want to take this next step towards that. So now I'm working on my own message. I also got a free ticket. I went to a women's communications event, and I won a free ticket for a $3,000 communications conference with Reagan. And I was immersed in a sea of 700 plus communicators from across the nation, from all different brands. I made friends, and I created my own speaker circle so that I could help others that want to be public speakers. And I now have a network of women that we're supporting. And I also prioritized my health and my wellness. I worked on my mindset and my health. And I ran my first 5K in 5 years. And guess what, you guys? I'm now working on 10K. I'm running the Cap 10 in the spring. And lastly, I came to a realization that I had spent 15 years helping leaders show up. I had spent 15 years helping people be visible, but I hadn't focused on myself. I had been behind the scenes. So this season helped me get the courage to start showing up on LinkedIn, sharing my message, and building my own personal brand. And now it gave me the biggest clarity of all, which is that my path is to be an entrepreneur and to help other leaders learn these skills from the inside out. Because you don't have to wait for the job, and you don't have to wait for the title. It's all inside of you. And so it gave me the courage to start my own business. Yeah. So I'm gonna get all teary-eyed. But I will also say, one of the biggest things that came from this season has been that urgency is not the same thing as clarity. And I really wanna say that again. Urgency is not the same as clarity. So this is the perfect time. We're at the start of January. We're at the start of a new year to take a breath, to reflect, to stop, and to really get that clarity that you need to take that next step. Because urgency says, just choose something. Get that job. Get back into the market. Get back into the 9-to-5 hustle. But clarity asks you, is this aligned? Does this fit the season of my life that I'm going into? And that is so powerful because it helps you choose from a place of knowing versus a place of fear, right? It's so powerful. And that aligned movement, from what I've learned and what I've seen with helping others, that aligned movement is what really makes that growth sustainable for you and doesn't make you burn out because you're going in the direction of the things that are really meant for you, not trying to fill a space. All right, so now it's your turn. We're gonna do a short visualization, and we're gonna take about 5 minutes, and I want to work with you on predicting the future. We're not gonna put any pressure on this, but I wanna see what you notice. I wanna see what comes up for you. So please close your eyes or soften your gaze. Awesome. All right. I'm gonna give a little space between each of the prompts, and please don't worry about any details. This is just about noticing. This is about a feeling. Transport yourself to 1 year from today. 1 year from today. Nothing dramatic, just normal life. Notice where you are. Notice how your body feels. And notice the pace of your days. I'm going to say that again. Where are you? Notice where you are. Notice how your body is feeling. And notice the pace of your days. All right. When you're ready, there's no rush, but when you're ready, I want you to take out a piece of paper and write down the one word, just one word, not a sentence, not a paragraph, just one word that captures how you want to feel in this next chapter of your life. And if that word didn't come to you, close your eyes again. Do it again. Go back to that place. Visualization can be such a powerful tool. All right, does everyone have their word? Okay, awesome, awesome. All right, now I want you to take a few minutes. This is just a quiet reflection exercise to do on your own. And I want you to answer these 3 questions. This is a moment to just really pause and notice what comes up for you. Again, there's no right answers. We're not here to fix anything, but I want you to answer these 3 questions. The first one is, what does this in-between season feel like for me right now, in this moment? The second is, what am I craving more of? The first one is, what does this in-between season feel like for me right now? The second is, what am I craving more of? And lastly, what part of me has had more room to exist lately? And I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes to reflect on that, and if we can just set a time.
From 1 year from now, what does this feel like? Or
No, this is about right now. Yeah, we went to the future, and now we're in the present.
Yeah, not what you want it to feel like. What do you really feel?
What are you feeling like in this moment, in this room? Yes, yes, yeah. That's number 1. Yes, that's number 1. Yeah. Yeah. This is about what you need right now and what's coming up for you right now. How are we doing on time?
You said 5 minutes, so I started
Oh,
5
thank
minutes.
you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Just start or I'll point at you at 5 minutes.
Okay, sounds good. How's my pacing? Am I going too fast? I'm at 20 minutes? Okay, well then, we're gonna do the breakout activity, so, okay. Okay, I just wanna make sure I'm not going too fast. Yeah, he's gonna give me a little thumbs up. but I want people to be able to have time.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
I'm looking at your LinkedIn profile. What does CONNEXTING mean?
Connect. Oh, it's a group.
Oh,
It's
thank
a-
you.
yeah. It's a play on. Well, it's a company. It's a play on connecting,
Okay.
but it's with an
That's
X.
how you
Yeah.
spell it.
Yeah. All right, Brett. How are we doing on time? 2 more minutes. All right, 2 more minutes. What time did we start? 10:45 ish. Okay. Okay. Brett, are we good? We good? All right. Did everybody write down? You guys good? All right. Awesome. I would love to hear. Does anyone want to share what came up for them? Yeah, go ahead.
We had the same one, but we had worded differently. And we didn't even ask or talk to each other. That's what we had.
Oh, wow. You guys are energetically synced today.
Yes.
I love that.
I said hope,
And I said opportunity.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
because a lot of,
Yeah.
it's dread. Because I worked for the IRS, so a lot of us got let go, and
Yeah.
it was like dread for a lot of folks. And I'm kind of the opposite. I actually like looking for a job, because hey, because I have time to explore, look at different opportunities that I hadn't even thought of, because I'm just kind of stuck in maintaining what I had.
Right,
So I can like, okay,
right.
maybe I can pivot to something else and
Yeah.
even grow.
The hits with hopeful, mine with opportunity. The thinking is, if you're hopeful, you might get that opportunity.
Yes. I love that. Both awesome mindsets to have.
Yeah. Mine,
Yeah.
brain melt.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. Well, now we're going to have a little bit of connection with each other, and I would like you guys to pair up. So with the person next to you, you can do pairs or you can do trios. And I want you guys to share one thing that you noticed from the 2 exercises. And this is not about fixing or giving advice to each other. This is about holding space. So as someone is sharing, just listen. We're going to just listen. And I'm going to give you guys about 6 minutes to do this, and I'll give you a 1-minute timer when we're getting wrapped up. So if you'll just find the person next to you, or if you want to get in a set of 3, and we'll set a timer. So, yeah. Yeah. You didn't do the exercise? You didn't do the 1 word at least? Because you could have done the 1 word one.
Yeah.
Share the 1 word one. You can do that one.
But I was wondering if I could get a copy of the slide deck or done.
I think that's her copy, but I can see what we can do about getting, yeah.
Involved with NSA.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. It was really good. They did a content lab. It was a great kickoff for the year, and I loved it. Yeah. If you're interested, yeah, come to our next meeting. Stephen is in there with me too. So if you want to talk to him and get a feel for what it's like. Oh, but he's a very authentic person. I don't think he would tell you something that he doesn't believe. He was actually with me at that TEDx. Oh, well, he just joined. I'm the one who recruited him. Well, I didn't recruit him 100%. He came to a meeting, and then I said, oh, you've got to do this. So I helped, kind of encourage him from there. But am I going at a good pace? I hope I'm not going too fast. Is this good? Is this helpful? Yeah. Yes, but I think there's a fee for the guests. It's like a different fee than a member fee. Just go to the website, go to the NSA website, and it'll tell you like what the breakout is. Yeah. You can also come to a happy hour. The happy hours are free, and if you come to the happy hour, you can just meet other people that are a part of the organization. So I want to make sure Brett's keeping us on time. But all right. Is the message easy to understand? Is it? Okay. It's my first time. Oh, okay. What? Who? Oh, Kathy Langford. Oh, yeah. The one who does the classes? Uh-huh. What about her?
So we've tested the camera.
Oh.
I'm like, yeah, very.
Is someone you're filming from here?
To test the audio.
Oh, you do the Toastmasters that they do? Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Oh, okay. How are we doing? Yeah, I said 6 minutes and 1 minute. All right.
So you got about 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Less than 2 minutes.
All right, guys, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. She's such a good friend. She's such a good friend.
You've done something for such a long time, you already have some transferable skills that you guys will apply for your hustle or whatever entrepreneurship. And it's like really what they say, you don't need to be there.
Go? Okay. All right, guys. Let's regroup. Let's bring it down. We need like a little bell. Time is up. Awesome, thank you. All right. Hurting the cats? Yes. All right. How did that feel? How was that to share space with each other? Vulnerable? It felt vulnerable?
Because I like to talk to people.
Confident? Okay. Comforting. Awesome. Does anyone want to share what came up for them during the conversation? What about you, Stephen?
So, so if I did the assignment correct, we were measuring the difference between what envisioning the future is versus what we feel now. And right now, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, all these external question marks, whereas the future didn't have all that baggage attached. Right? The future was, this is the vision I have, this is the peace I'm having. And the other Stephen even used the word aligned.
I love it.
Everything gets
Yeah.
aligned. And we kind of agreed, yeah, that really sounds right.
That's beautiful. And I heard something up here. Do you mind sharing what you were talking about? Because it was just so beautiful.
So for me, the current moment, the future moment felt like just be. I feel in my personal journey, I've for the past 10 years, I've done a lot, put a lot of pressure on myself to perform, to be good at everything I do. So having this time felt like I've done this, I don't want to do this anymore. So just be was the future, to not be able to have the pressure to perform, just be, and you're enough the way you are. And that's why I felt vulnerable, because I had this realization that I was enough even from the beginning of time. It just
Yes.
took me, this journey to realize that this is what I am, and it was very empowering and powerful to know it. And the future self felt like it resonated a lot with your story of having that creativity, time to relax, give it to the community, participate in it, and a lot more for me felt like just being present. Just being present is also spiritually, I feel it's like joyful. So for me, the past, the future is just be, and the present is more. I'm actually enjoying this downtime, even though I have the pressure to find a job and things like that. I'm genuinely enjoying the time for my self-care, interacting with my Toastmasters club, like meeting my friends, and just not waking up to an alarm.
I love that. Can we give a round of applause for these guys? Thank you for being vulnerable and sharing that. And I'd love you to turn to your neighbor and just say, thank you for holding space for me.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you for holding space.
That's awesome. And the reason I mentioned this the reason we did this exercise is both to help you guys on that path to clarity, but also one of the beautiful things is connection softens the in-between. So I hope you felt that today, and know that you're so loved and supported, and we are all enough, not just you. Everybody's enough, right? And this job search journey can really make you doubt that, but we are more than enough. So I want to also give you guys a framework. So when things are uncertain, it's great to have a framework that can help you evaluate or help really think about your next steps. And so I use this, and it's called CLEAR. And it is designed to really help you have kind of a North Star. I use it as a guidepost for how do I want to spend my time and effort. And the breakdown is really about, the first one is capacity. So do I have the bandwidth / capacity for this right now? The second one is life season. Does this fit with the season of my life I'm in right now, or the one I'm moving into, right? We were predicting the future. So does this align with the future I want to have? Or is this pulling me back into past habits or past challenges? So it can really help you identify that. And one that's been so pivotal for my journey is energy. Does this drain me, or does this energize me? Is this going to restore my energy, or is it going to be a problem over time? And alignment. Someone said it earlier, alignment is so key. Does this align with my values and my priorities? In other words, am I saying yes to the right things for where I want to go? And lastly, resources. Do I have the resources, the support, the tools to sustain this? And I gave you guys a little handout so you can use it almost as a checklist. And so here's one example. I've used it personally for networking, because at the start of my journey, like you guys heard, I got burnt out pretty fast. And that was because with networking, for example, I had this mindset of, I've got to be everywhere. I've got to meet as many people as possible. They're telling you it's about meeting, it's not about applying. Well, this can actually help you evaluate where you spend your time. What type of networking events are right for you? Are they going to be virtual or in person? Because those drain your energy in different ways, right? Are they aligned with where you want to go for your job search, or are you just going to fill your time? So it can help you be really strategic in how you use your efforts. I've also found that it can be great for evaluating job descriptions. Yes, that has the title I want, but when I look at it with this lens, does it align with where I want to go? Is this job going to energize me or drain me? Does it have the support in place to make me successful? All those questions, it can help you kind of go through that. And so what it's meant to do is CLEAR is not meant to help you choose the right next step, but it's meant to help you, it's not meant to help you tell you what to choose. It's meant to help you choose consciously, because there's really a lot of power in getting that clarity. So if you get that clarity first, you can make smarter choices. So I hope it's helpful for you guys. And I left you a little handout that you can use. And you can use it as your daily checklist or your monthly checklist, or even as you're thinking about the month ahead. What are the priorities for the month ahead, and do they align to this framework? Any questions about the framework? Does that seem straightforward? What else do you guys think you could use it for? Life? I love that. Your everyday life, right? Yeah, I love that. Okay. Well, as we close, I want to hear everyone's one word for the future. So on the count of 3, can we all just say it together as one voice? Yeah? Okay. 1, 2, 3. I love it. That's awesome. That's so great. Awesome. Well, I hope if there's one thing that you take away from this, it is that you are not behind, you are becoming. And this season is something to maximize and to grow into and to truly embrace. So I want you to turn to your neighbor and tell them, you are becoming. Awesome. I just see the energy in this room shift from when we started to now, and that just brings me so much joy. You're all becoming. Well, all right. Thank you guys so much for having me and for showing up for yourselves today.